He's been a cop and a criminal, a martyr and a tyrant, and fought off gods and kaiju. Is there anything he can't do? Welcome to Watch Mojo UK, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 Idris Elba performances. Before we begin, if you enjoy this video, please subscribe for more great content. For this list, we'll be highlighting the greatest and most memorable performances from British actor Idris Elba, from dramatic war epics to playful animation.
Here we go.
Number 10, Captain Janek, Prometheus. In this divisive prequel to the Alien saga, Elba takes on the role of Janek, captain of the titular Prometheus.
How about this? No matter what happens down there, I can't bring none of that shit back home with us.
Though confined to the ship for much of the runtime, Janek remains a charismatic presence throughout, mainly thanks to Elba's own natural charm.
Well, if you can't be with the one you love the one you're with. Love the one you're with.
The way he effortlessly seduced the glacial vicars is both sweet and amusing, but he also shows his noble side in his willingness to sacrifice the ship for the good of mankind.
Yes, I'm going to inject your life support module onto that surface. That's 2 years of life. You want it or you want to stay with me?
Prometheus certainly has its dumb characters, but Janek isn't one of them. Number 9, Heimdall, Marvel Cinematic Universe. As with most casting decisions of its ilk, there was some furor on the internet when Idris Elba was cast as the Norse god Heimdall in the first Thor movie.
Good Heimdall.
You're not dressed warmly enough.
I'm sorry.
Do you think that you can deceive me?
However, audiences were quickly swayed by Elba's performance, and he's since become a memorable supporting player in the ever-expanding Marvel Cinematic Universe.
The universe hasn't seen this marvel since before my watch began.
As the stalwart guardian of the Bifrost Bridge, Heimdall has proven himself as both a wise mentor to Thor and a cunning warrior who protects Asgard at all costs. He may not boast leading credits here, but he's a presence to be reckoned with when on the screen.
I can still save you!
We're all dead.
Number 8, Stacker Pentecost, Pacific Rim. Acting serious in a movie about giant mechs fighting against supersized monsters can be a difficult task, but Idris proves he knows what he's doing.
1, don't you ever touch me again. 2, don't you ever touch me again.
Playing the wonderfully named Stacker Pentecost, Elba commands the screen as the commanding officer of the Jaeger Initiative. A role that could easily have fallen into cliché, Elba gives the role some flavour thanks to his father-daughter dynamic with Mako Mori, and after sitting on the sidelines for the whole movie, he finally joins the action for the climactic underwater showdown with the kaiju.
Listen! You can finish this!
Also, he gets to deliver the best motivational speech this side of Independence Day.
Today we face the monsters that are at our door and bring the fight to them. Today we are canceling the apocalypse!
Number 7, Krall, Star Trek Beyond. Playing the bad guy in a Star Trek movie is a dream come true for many actors, and a chance to join such classic adversaries as Ricardo Montalban, Christopher Lloyd, and Christopher Plummer.
Look up, Putin. Why did you sacrifice yourself for him?
He would have done the same.
Though unrecognizable for much of the film under heavy makeup, Idris Elba's performance as the devious Krall shines through, making him one of the most memorable original Trek villains in years.
The strength of others, Lieutenant, is what kept me alive.
His obsession with destroying the Federation is all-consuming, and the final reveal of his true identity shows his motivations don't come from a place of complete evil. He's an antagonist that reflects our age, and a suitable foe for our modern Enterprise crew to tackle.
I think you underestimate humanity.
I fought for humanity!
Number 6, Shere Khan, The Jungle Book. Shere Khan is one of the most memorable Disney villains ever, appearing in the original 1967 animated film The Jungle Book, mainly thanks to the wonderful voice work of George Sanders. For the 2016 remake, Idris Elba had some big shoes to fill, and he did so with gusto.
What is it? This scent that I'm on.
Bringing more of a foreboding menace to the antagonistic tiger, the new Shere Khan feels like a genuine threat to Mowgli's life, and Elba's menacing voice is a huge part of that.
So here's my promise.
Nothing lasts forever. The rains will return, and the river will rise, and when this rock disappears, that truce will end.
Bringing fear to every animal he crosses paths with, this performance certainly makes a rare case for the reinterpretation being superior to the original.
I didn't want it to be this way. I made it so simple.
Number 5, Nelson Mandela. Mandela, Long Walk to Freedom. Playing such a beloved real-life figure like Nelson Mandela would be difficult for any actor, especially coming on the heels of Morgan Freeman's memorable portrayal of the politician and activist in the 2009 sports drama Invictus.
My name is Nelson Mandela. I'm the first accused.
Though the film itself received a mixed reception, Idris Elba's portrayal of Mandela in Long Walk to Freedom was widely praised and earned him a Golden Globe nomination in 2014.
I have nothing more to say.
Covering Mandela's whole life rather than any one specific moment, the film and Elba's performance is given extra weight by the fact that Mandela himself tragically passed away mere days after its theatrical release in his native South Africa.
There's only one way forward, and that is peace.
Number 4, Chief Bogo, Zootropolis. 2016 was a big year for Idris Elba and voice acting. Although starring as the aforementioned Shere Khan in The Jungle Book and Fluke in Pixar's Finding Dory, it was his performance in Zootropolis as the police chief Bogo that shined brightest.
We have 14 missing mammal cases, all predators, from a giant polar bear to a teensy little otter.
Taking on the typical angry chief role in this animated take on the buddy cop film, Elba manages to balance that fine line between being an entertaining cartoon character and giving a genuine and insightful performance.
I don't want to be a meter maid. I want to be a real cop.
Do you think the mayor asked what I wanted when he assigned you to me?
But sir, if
Life isn't some cartoon musical where you sing a little song and your insipid dreams magically come true.
Like many of the characters in the film, Bogo proves himself to be more than just the angry buffalo he appears to be.
I came here to make the world a better place, but I think I broke it.
Don't give yourself so much credit, Hobbs.
Number 3, Commandant, Beasts of No Nation. Many were shocked in 2016 when Idris Elba failed to receive an Oscar nomination for the portrayal of the Commandant in this moving war drama.
All of you that have never been listened to before and have seen your family killed, you now have something that stands for you.
Playing the charismatic but threatening leader of an army of West African child soldiers, Elba's performance helps carry the film's mostly unknown cast of child actors and makes for a truly menacing mentor figure to the young protagonist Agu.
Now, what are they calling you? Oh, you must say it like you're prouder.
The Academy may have flubbed, but Elba didn't fail to receive his accolades elsewhere. He went on to receive Golden Globe and BAFTA nominations for his performance, as well as winning the Screen Actor Guild Award for Best Supporting Actor.
All right.
Number 2, Russell Stringer Bell, The Wire. Idris Elba has been a working actor in the UK since the mid-90s, but it wasn't until 2002 that he got his big breakout role in this landmark HBO crime drama.
Everybody a little pressed, right?
Starting the series as second-in-command to the drug kingpin Avon Barksdale, Stringer Bell soon moves up in the ranks and legitimizes the narcotics empire during Avon's imprisonment.
Now, I want this to run like a true business.
Loosely based on real-life drug trader turned businessman Kenneth A. Johnson, Bell further protects his illegitimate dealings through money laundering and gaining political influence with major players in Baltimore, proving himself to be more than just another street criminal. Elba's portrayal of him left a lasting impact on the series and helped jumpstart the actor's career to stardom.
This motherfucker bugged out one time. What, he gonna bug out again when he find out shorty cop?
Number 1, DCI John Luther, Luther. Now operating on the opposite side of the law, Elba's role as the obsessive and morally dubious detective John Luther in this BBC crime drama finally allowed the actor to prove himself in the spotlight.
The inquiry have found no grounds for disciplinary action, which means you're back, if you want it.
I want it.
The beleaguered and fanatical cop is hardly new to the genre, but Elba's take on the character gives the trope a new life, elevating what could have been just another murder mystery series into something memorable.
This is your son we're talking about.
His troublesome relationship with psychopathic frenemy Alice Morgan only adds to Luther's complex morality, finding himself more and more consumed by the dark world his job requires him to live in.
Here's what's gonna happen. You're gonna stay away from my wife, or I'm gonna arrest someone else.
Do you agree with our picks? Check out these other great clips from WatchMojo UK and subscribe for more great content.